This is ridiculous. Oh, Jesus. Greetings and welcome to episode 3 of Attack of the Clones, a series where I compare legitimate Casio watches to cheap knockoffs from various sources. Up today we have the Casio A158W versing a cheap eBay copycat, an affordable SKMEI clone, which I have high hopes for, and last but not least, this dirt cheap $3 AliExpress clone, which I can't wait to see how bad it is. And stick around to the end of the video because I will be undoing each of these watches to test if their internal modules are compatible with the original. Now, of course, we want a clean and fair fight, which means these aftermarket bracelets must be downgraded back to their originals so that we can compare legitimately. So let's get that sorted. There we go, beautiful. Back to just how it was out of the box. And if you would like to see the unboxing for the Casio A158W, you can check that video out here. Now, we are going to start strong with a brand that I am very confident is going to be legit, and that is the SKMEI. I've chosen this lovely gold colorway here, and I was first exposed to the SKMEI brand in episode 1 of Attack of the Clones, where we compared the iconic F91W against some clone brands. You can check out that episode just here if you missed it. And even in episode 2 of Attack of the Clones, which was the Casio Royale, the SKMEI wasn't as good, but still had quite a good showing. So let's bust out the SKMEI here. Oh yeah, look at this glorious gold colorway. Just magnificent. Just glorious. So here it is, the beautiful golden SKMEI. And we have some benchmarking to do. The original Casio A158W has a semi-rigid bracelet, which is why I ended up swapping it. I didn't find this to be that comfortable, okay? And in terms of functionality, we have the time, alarm, stopwatch, and back to the time, okay? Let's have a quick test of the SKMEI, starting with the bracelet. It seems, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit more flexible than the A158. Yeah, look at that. Look at the radius of that semicircle there compared to this bad boy. Look at that. See? So a lot more flexible there. And into the functionality, we have an alarm, a stopwatch, and back to the home time, just like the Casio, which it is cloning from. Now, there are two very important differences that I must point out about this watch, guys. Not that it's gold. There are silver versions available. In fact, I've also got my silver one here, all right, which we did a magnificent lens upgrade. Look at this beautiful hollow lens mesh LCD. Again, keep waiting, guys. I will be coming out with the video on how to do this, so make sure you're a subscriber. But there's also a black version and a few other colorways available. So, the two things that are better than the Casio, and I don't even think it's a matter of opinion. I believe that this watch is objectively better in two ways, okay? First of all, it's the backlight. Give me a moment. We're going to shut off the lights. All right. We'll get these off. That one. And boom. Now, that, my friends, is the normal A158W backlight. It's really quite abysmal. I have to admit that in the pitch black of night, it does get the job done. However, just wait until you see the SKMEI 1123. Ready? Boom. Absolute clarity, absolute legibility. It's just crystal clear and honestly craps all over the Casio's backlight. Let's do a side by side. Just look at that, guys. There's no question there that the SKMEI 1123 is objectively better in this regard. Now, if you would like to pick up a SKMEI 1123, you can scan the QR just here or visit genie.us/SKMEI 1123. And links to all of the watches, including the A158W, will be for you in the description below. Okay? Now, the next reason, which I believe this watch is superior to the A158W, is actually the case. believe it or not, the case of a Casio A158W is just made of like a resin plastic. Now, this hasn't happened to me, but I've heard of people say that the paint can eventually start like flaking or peeling off. In fact, has it happened around my lugs? Because I put those aftermarket lugs on, straps on. No, it hasn't. Although, I guess it's scratched a bit there, but that's not really it. Anyway, this SKMEI 1123 has a metal case. Let that sink in. This case is superior to the Casio and actually made of metal, which is just astounding, really, when you also consider that this watch is substantially cheaper than the A158W. So again, I would highly recommend picking up one of these. I've had great experiences with the silver version, and I can't wait to add this gorgeous gold version to my collection. Bubble is here to remind you to ram that like button if you're enjoying the video so far. Aren't you, Bubble? Paw. Paw. Rejected by my own puppy. How sad. And look, she's curled up around my A158W. Come on, Bubble. Should people at least subscribe? What do you say? Well, I give up. Over here, Bubba. Hop. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Bubble. Boop. Good girl. Paw. Paw. Good girl, Bubble. Ah. Oh, and we almost forgot to do a wrist check comparison with the SKMEI. So, at the moment, we are currently wearing the Casio ABL100, which I have literally just equipped for Watch of the Week. And if you'd like to see the unboxing video for this one, you can check it out here. So, comfort-wise, A158W on my 6.5-inch wrist. Now, as I say, the radius of that is quite large, and as a result, it doesn't fit comfortably exactly with my wrist. Let's see if the SKMEI 1123 can change that. Oh, we got to adjust this, don't we? Let's pop that up. Okay. Very easy to size these up, guys. Just completely independently slides along. So you know you can really get an exactly accurate fit for your watch there. So that looks pretty good to me. So we slide that, and now we press it down. Actually, I lie. One thing that can go wrong is it has to lock in to a certain point, I've found, or it doesn't want to go down. So you've got to kind of get it in a gap, I suppose. Come on. God, it doesn't want to lock in. Come on, SKMEI, don't let me down now. What the hell is going on? Well, I'm going to have to dock some points off the SKMEI here, guys, because this is a royal pain in the ass. It just doesn't want to... What the... Try and get... I feel like I'm going to break it. Is there something wrong with it? It looks okay. It's not bent, is it? It was just attached. It was literally just attached. So, surely... Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, Jesus. We've finally done it, guys, but my God. I tell you what, that was not an issue with the other SKMEI that I did. This one connected very easily. Anyway, back to the wrist check. All right. And there you have it. So I feel like there's a little bit more weight to this one, given it has this metal case here, all right? But other than that, very similar size and shape, although the bracelet does, see? It does conform to my wrist fully. So bonus points for SKMEI there. Now let's move on to our next watch, and we're going to go with the eBay clone. This one here I got for about half the price of a genuine Casio A158W. The interesting thing with eBay, guys, is that unlike Amazon, which is where I buy most of my watches, it's kind of the wild, wild west. Anyone can really put up a watch for sale and claim it to be genuine Casio, but given the price, I know it's too good to be true, and I'm very doubtful that this will be real. So let's give it a test. Alrighty, eBay clone. Let's take a look. Could it be a genuine Casio somehow that's just half the price of Amazon? Let's find out. So check it out. It has a Casio tag. Now, I'm going to say straight away that this tag is inauthentic. It does not look like any Casio. Man, even the string, even this string, I can just tell that this is not legit. Now, given I just unboxed my ABL 100, as I showed you earlier, I reckon I've got a real... Where is it? I swear I had the box just here. Here it is. Oh, we've got the box on hand, guys. How good is that? So here it is. This is what a genuine Casio tag looks like. See how it's a sticker? Okay. And it doesn't have all this weird, like, what is that? Why does it say EU there? Very, very unusual. I just don't think it's legit. And as I said, the string, kind of a minor one here, guys. But honestly, look, that string on the genuine is much more substantial than this wispy little... God, that could just blow away in the wind. Anyway, let's get on to the watch itself. So, and guys, I've never seen a Casio come in a little plastic ass tray like this. Come on. Unless they've repackaged it somehow. Alright, here it is. Oh, God. Guys, I'm going to be sick. Look at this thing. This is fresh out of the box. Why is it... Why is the lens so scuffed? Is it wearing a screen protector? It must be. It must. Oh, God. I hope it is, because I'm peeling something off. Come on. Please tell me that's just a screen. Yes. God, there we go. Okay. The screen's looking much better in terms of scratches. But, guys, look at this viewing angle. Jesus. Okay, let's put the original side by side. Original. Fake. Okay. Look at this. Look at those viewing angles. Absolutely disgraceful. Disgusting. All right. And we didn't do that with the SKMEI. We better do that with the SKMEI as well. All right. As you can see, the original is much better than the SKMEI as well. So it does have that advantage. All right. But other than this, guys, bracelet quality, this just feels a lot flimsier metal. I think it has got more bend to it than the original. Yes, it does. Having a look at the case backs here. Let's see what it's tried to do. We'll keep, for consistency, the original OG on the left. Fake one's always going to be on the right. They say the same stuff. Water resistant. Made in China versus made in Malaysia. Okay. And the other difference, guys, is, check it out. This... You know, it's not really the nail in the coffin, but we have a brushed stainless steel finish horizontally on the original, and on the fake it's a vertical brushed finish, which could just be a product of different manufacturing places. But the other way to tell, guys, look at the screws. A genuine Casio caseback has screws that are both Phillips and flathead. See, you could use either screwdriver there. So even if you didn't have a Phillips, you could chuck your flathead in there and undo it, because they've allowed for that. Whereas these cheapo clones, you only ever get a Phillips bit there. Okay, so weight, yeah, definitely flimsier. Even the way the strap swings, that's just God. All right, let's bang it on for a wrist check. Oh, actually, we've got to adjust the clasp. Let's do that. We'll see how this holds. That just opened up loosey-goosey. Let's see. So maybe like there, a little bit. Yeah, okay. Lock it in. There we go. All right. I don't think that this is like... You'd have to be a really... Oh my God, guys, look at the... What? Look at the buckle. That's not even... It doesn't hold properly. Hang on. Oh, it does better off the wrist. Okay, I was going to say. But guys, this is a really... it's not a good quality. It's not a good quality clone, okay? The SKMEI, at least, I honestly am impressed with the amount of quality they have for such a low price, but I actually paid half the price for this good quality SKMEI than I did for this eBay clone, okay? The only difference is this one pretends to be a Casio. At least SKMEI has the balls to put their own brand on it and stand by it, all right? I know some people don't like that they copy the designs from Casio, but at least they're putting their own brand on it, okay? And yeah, case back for a SKMEI is very much different, by the way, you know, all of its own branding and etc. So, look, this eBay clone is definitely a flop for me. I would not recommend this. If you really want to, there'll be a link in the description, but so you can check it out, but I would not recommend it. It does have an alarm, a stopwatch, which, wait a second, someone had already started the stopwatch for me. Cool. 2020. There you go. But yeah, not a good watch here, guys. Don't get one. Oh, and one last difference, guys. The genuine Casio, it has kind of like an embossed three-dimensional logo there, whereas this little cheapo off eBay, they've kind of, I reckon that's probably maybe laser etched in, but it just doesn't look anywhere near as nice. So, guys, if you're walking around with a Casio A158W on your wrist that you copped on eBay, I reckon you've been scammed. I mean, there's probably some genuine ones out there, but if you've gone for the dirt cheap one, I'm afraid it is not genuine. Ooh, guys, get your bath bags ready because this disgusting piece of trash cost me less than $3 on AliExpress. And, well, let's just get straight into it. At least it's black. That's pretty cool, right? It's got that going for it. Oh, well, why don't we take a look at the branding and... Oh. Guys, they haven't even bothered to put any branding on the back. Again, you can see the screws of those normal Phillips heads, so definitely not legit. I don't think this is supposed to fool anyone. It doesn't say Casio. It's not claiming to be Casio like this last disgusting trashy clone we got. You know, so, but yeah. Oh, and also look at this skimpy screen protector. That ain't covering much, is it? Let's get that off. Not that I can talk. I do put screen protectors on that are too small sometimes just to get it protected. But anyway, let's look at the front. Okay, so again, oh my god, look at the ghosting on the LCD, guys. We're barely tilting it. Look, ready? That's like a couple of degrees and you're already seeing the unlit segments. My god. Yeah, that's really, really trashy. Let's go through an alarm, stopwatch, and the time. Yep, as expected. The bracelet links. So it's a different type of bracelet to the A158. And it, can I be honest, it feels like they're a cheap metal, like just dipped in plastic or something, like to get this color coating. And I don't doubt that this would probably come off very, very easily. Okay. So let's, oh god, guys, we forgot to do the, hang on, let's do a backlight test of this clone and then we'll do this one as well. All right, we'll shut the lights off. All right. Okay, here's the original. All right, and as a reminder, here was our epic SKMEI. Now, let's get on to the eBay clone. About the same as the original, honestly. Could it even be a bit better? Maybe it is. Maybe they've at least got the backlight right. There you go. And now finally, the less than $3 AliExpress clone. Yeah, as expected. So look, out of all the clones, the only one who's actually innovating and changing stuff and not just doing wannabe Casio is SKMEI. They're taking steps to improve it, guys. I actually really stand by the SKMEI 1123. Okay, so back to this very cheap clone here. Is there anything else we need to test? Yes, we'll get it. We'll test the buckle and we'll get it on for a wrist check. So let's see how easy that is. Very. Oh, God. It just gets snagged. Man. It's getting snagged on all of these, this weird sort of bracelet size. Let's get it pretty... Oh, and I'm like almost at the end of my rope there, guys. Look at that. Come on. Oh, and we're in. Okay. Buckles on. There it is. I don't feel good about this on my... Wait, what? This bracelet's very unusual. See how... I don't know, this end link here is very rigid and strange. I would not recommend this watch, guys. If you really wanted to cheap out and get a 3... If you want... Look, the price of the SKMEI, like this was less than $3. The price of the SKMEI is, I can confidently say, less than $10. In fact, I'm not even joking, I bought them in bulk because I love them so much. Next to me, I have a box of 20 because I was planning on doing them like mods with them and stuff. I really like this SKMEI, and I think in bulk I paid like, I guarantee it was less than $5, probably $4 per watch. So yeah, really guys, if you want to get the original Casio A158W, it's a solid choice. If you want to pick one up, scan the QR just here or go to genie.us/A158W. But for a much cheaper alternative, the SKMEI is going to be your best bet, guys. I really do like this as an alternative, and it's cheaper, it's got a metal case, and it's got a way better backlight. So there you have it. Now it is time for the bonus, where we swap all of the modules and see what fits and what doesn't. So make sure you're a subscriber for more cool watch mod tips, tricks, and reviews. We're going to start by opening up the OG A158W, and we're going to use our little module pad here, which is very cool and very cheap on AliExpress. We just chuck it on there, and next we're going to use our electric screwdriver. I love this thing. It makes unscrewing things an absolute breeze. USB-C charging and a ton of different bit options as well. Oh, and of course our little magnetic tray holder, another great option, a couple of bucks. Just make sure your screws don't go missing when you're unscrewing a module. Okay. Hey, where the hell's the rubber gasket? Oh, it got stuck to the case back. That's completely fine. But yeah, we're gonna take it and we're gonna put that in our Lubri joints gasket grease, guys. We're probably not going to do this for all of our watches, but for the A158W, the OG Casio, we definitely want to keep it pristine. So we give that a few twists, and it makes sure that there is some nice grease on that gasket, keeping it waterproof for reassembly. All right, so let's go ahead and take out our module here. Bingo. There it is. And, oh, where is it? I've actually got a little dust-proof tray cover. We're going to drop that in there. I'll leave a link to this one in the description as well, guys. Pretty handy little tool. You don't want dust on your modules. So, the main important one, guys, in fact, look, what we really want to know is whether the SKMEI is compatible with the Casio. I don't think anyone really wants to know or cares about these two duds, but it would be quite game-breaking if the better backlight module could fit in the OG, in case any of you wanted to do that. So, oh, now it looks like the screws are a little bit smaller here, so we're going to have to pop down to the different size here. Yeah, the screws are a much smaller size. Okay, there's our SKMEI case back and our SKMEI gasket. All right, fine. We will keep it lubed as well. Put it on top there. All right, let's bust out the module here. There she goes. So remember, guys, the backlight of this is way better than the Casio. So the question is, could one upgrade their Casio with the SKMEI module? Let's find out. Make sure our little pushers are fully deployed. And what are we... Oh, I don't reckon it's going to go down, guys. You see that little part, this little bulge there? I reckon SKMEI have done that deliberately to not allow it to fit. Or maybe it's a copyright think, not that I think they care, but it's, oh man, honestly, it feels like it's going to go, but then it doesn't. Yeah, I tell you what, you could probably, in fact, you could, I would guarantee you would be able to file these off and kind of get it, force it to fit. But I'm not going to do that today. But if you really wanted to give it a try, you absolutely could. So let's try now the original Casio module into the shiny golden SKMEI. Again, make sure our pushers are deployed. Oh, look at that. Bingo. That's a SKMEI with a genuine Casio module. Now, as you may have noticed from my timekeeping experiment video where we tested the accuracy of different brands of watches, a great video by the way, check that one out here if you missed it, we found that Casio is a much more accurate watch in terms of timekeeping than the SKMEI brand. So that is the one reason why someone might want to put a Casio module in their SKMEI. Maybe you like the gold color and you wanted to put that module, but other than that, oh, and also you wanted to get the nice metal case, that's a reason you might upgrade it. But remember, you would be downgrading the backlight, okay? So again, I'm not going to bother with these two guys. I think we've got the main compatibility out of the way. I hope you've enjoyed the bonus, and a massive thank you to our Goat Crew channel members for supporting the channel, you absolute legends. And here's a link if you would like to join us. Here's some more great content for you to watch next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Cha 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 cha.